Hello there, Edison players. Welcome back to another tournament match review. Today we are doing the top 4 of the most recent ELLO tournaments. So we're gonna see Tom on the right. He avoided feature matches all day. I knew he was gonna top, so but here he is in the top 4. And he's on a Vayu. It's his favorite deck, I think. And playing against Ho-Ming, who is still on Frog Heroes. Both players on their beautiful RBT playmats. And we are gonna see Swap Frog getting in for 1,000 and then just passing. Tom doesn't have a lot going for him at the moment. It's just having to set back rows. The Swap Frog is gonna get in again, maybe? Yeah. So another 1,000 points of damage lost. And play goes back. Yeah. So Tom by now has like 8 cards, 9 cards, and looks like he finally drew a monster that he wants to commit, or doesn't want to commit, but feels like he has to. The game grinding down a bit. I'm not sure what Vayu deck Tom is on, whether it's Nitro or Turbo. So I can't say for sure what could be face down there. Still very likely for it to be Vayu, Necrogarna or Blake. We see Gaius going for the monster. And that is going to banish the Necrogarna. Wow, that has to feel so good when you're homing. Special the Swap Frog. Probably not a torrential there. I can imagine that you would use the torrential in response to the Gaius to get your Necrogarna in the grave. Swap Frog is gonna banish the Gaius, and on resolution, Tom with the trap does shoot. Is that only just now live? Indeed, yeah, so we're gonna see the Gaius which is returned, Raigeki Break, Dimensional Prison, and reinforcements of the army. Swap Frog getting in for a 4th time. And passing turn. Can Tom finally get this Swap Frog out of rotation? Here is Heavy Storm. Giving up 2 of his own back row. Oh, but Aoi is gonna be chains. Then Jar of Greed is chains. So first the Jar resolves, then we get to see a look at Tom's hands. We're seeing 2 Sirocco, a Return, a Greffer, a Mirror Force, and Burial. So yeah, picking off the Greffer. And we see that Tom had Starlight Road set, so probably going for a Heavy Storm with the intent to chain his own Starlight Roads. But since Ho-Ming was chaining 2 in response to the Heavy Storm, Starlight Road can no longer be chained to that. It has to directly respond to the card that would destroy 2 or more. So now Ho-Ming has perfect information. He can tell that the set cards are likely Return and Mirror Force. Or it could be a Burial Bluff set. Stratos searches Alius. And yeah, Tom probably doesn't even want to use Mirror Force if Stratos attacks. Yeah, so that his Sirocco, his 2 copies of Sirocco are live. Yeah, indeed we are gonna see Sirocco come down. But Tom also has a good knowledge of what the back row is gonna be. It's probably gonna be Raigeki Break in a Dimensional Prison. Tom setting a 3rd card that could be an unknown, but here is Gaius banishing Sirocco yet again. Gaius have been putting in a lot of work for Ho-Ming here. Gaius is gonna try to get in for game. And Tom, yeah, is gonna have to use Burial to put back the Necrogarna and negate the attack. Or, yeah, the other option is to use Return to Jump Block or use Mirror Force on the Soul Gaius. And we are indeed seeing the Mirror Force, yeah. Yeah, using Mirror Force seems pretty good, because then if Ho-Ming had like a Trapstun or 7 Tools or Solemn, then in the battle step I think Burial could still be used to bring back the Necrogarna and negate the attack. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's how it works. Okay, now we're seeing the Burial. Putting back Sirocco and Necrogarna. Because Tom 2, Dark Arm Dragon, okay, gonna call priority. Blow up the new, more likely unknown back row. Raigeki Break is gonna be chained. And it was indeed the unknown Mirror Force. Tom can follow it up with Armageddonite, send Vayu, and now he's off to the races, finally, after an excruciating early and mid game. Almost out of life points, but the only life point that matters is your last one. At this point, Tom knows, I think, if I'm following along correctly, that the last back row is Dimensional Prison. But Tom still has return set if I'm paying attention. But return wouldn't be game, I think. We're gonna see Armageddonite get in with 14. Ho-Ming just passing. And now it's up to Ho-Ming to find an out to draw something like the Miracle Fusion. Another Armageddonite. I didn't quite see that. I think that's a Plague Spreader Zombie. And we see Armageddonite getting in. Another Armageddonite getting in. And this is where you attack with the Armed Wing, right? Because even if Dimensional Prison is activated, then the Banish Pile would be more than enough to attack for game. So Tom fighting back in an excellent fashion, as we are used to seeing from him. Let's see how he and Ho-Ming do in game number 2 after side decking. I really love these RBT mats. I believe both of these players and many more from our locals will be at RBT Paris. I won't be, but if you want to meet all these amazing players in real life, you can probably just go say hi. They're friendly guys. Anyway, Ho-Ming starting off with the Substitute for the Swap Frog, sending Treeborn Frog. And then I presume, yeah, bouncing back to the hands. No sets, yeah. So either there is no back row, or Ho-Ming wants to put the idea of course in Tom's head, which could be possible. Here's Armageddonite sending the Elfin, I think. Yeah, Armageddonite gets in directly. Elfin pretty decent in this matchup because it can switch the Monarchs to defense mode. So all the Monarchs have low defense of 1000, so that could be good. But we're probably not going to be seeing it here. Stratos coming down for Ho-Ming. And we are seeing the thumbs up. No pulling the rug. So Ho-Ming will be searching out the Nails Alus. Gets over the Armageddonite. First bit of chip damage. And 2 back row as well. Let's see, Tom has a Shura to attack over the Treeborn Frog. A very cool inclusion that I love seeing in Vayu lists. And gets over the Treeborn, will allow Tom to go for a free level 5 synchro, as well as putting the Vayu in the graveyard. Super important. We are going to see Catester. That's going to be a magnet for any possible Caius coming his way. Still in the main phase using Legacy of Yatta and setting 3. Okay. Yeah, Catester pretty good against Frog Hero. Could also mean that a deck devastation virus came in from the side deck, and that thought seems to be resonating with Ho-Ming as well, who's gonna blind snipe. A pull in the rug, so it was there. And now MST takes out the Deep Prison. Treeborn tributed for Caius, but immediately the Solemn Judgment is activated. That did burn the normal summon. And now we're going to see Tom use Elfin and Vayu to summon the Armor Master. Another Legacy. So it seems like Tom is on a mix of Legacy and Jar of Greeds. Here's Armageddonite. And if that sends a Plague Spreader Zombie, I believe Tom can go for Bryonic and just attack for game, but it sends a Vayu. Yeah, if the Armor Master hits the graveyard, then that is going to be live as well. So we're going to see the Armor Master attacking over the Stratos. We are seeing Catester and Armageddonite get in. Yeah, Tom, no cards in hand. Ho-Ming has plenty. Let's see what he chooses to do with it. But he's gonna need like a pretty huge bomb to get through this field. Plus then Tom has follow-up. Plus there still could be a deck devastation virus. Oh, Oppression. Yeah, Oppression gonna be really good for Tom here. Both players are below half their life points, but tribute the Treeborn for Vanity's Fiend. Can attack over the Catastor. You see Tom considering his back row. I think if it's like a prison or oh, it's gonna be Icarus attack, destroying both the Vanity's Fiend and his own Armageddonite, and then the Vayu can just summon a Silvering the Ascendant next turn. So Tom convincingly taking this one 2-0. Guys, I was Ryan Atlas, thank you for watching, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't also already. Bye!